Welcome to Books in Sum, your go-to for bite-sized book summaries.
Against Empathy by Paul Bloom. Empathy is an emotional response that allows us to understand and feel what others go through. However, it is not a good idea to rely on it alone, as it can lead to biased reactions. Examples of this include the massacre at the Sandy Hook Elementary School in Newtown, Connecticut, where 20 children were killed by gunman Adam Lanza on December 14, 2012. The author's wife felt the need to visit the school which their own kids attended, even though there was little reason to think they'd be in danger. President Obama made a public address to share his sympathies about the tragedy, and people with children found it very easy to empathize with the victims. Empathy is a popular topic today, with books, conferences, self-help gurus, and YouTube channels and blogs devoted to the subject. It is seen as a way to improve both personal and work life, and as a viable cure for the world's problems. Emotional empathy can also manifest itself in physical ways, such as when someone takes a hard fall, hits their head, or feels pain in the same spot where the poor stranger injured himself. Personal experience can also be a huge influence, as when parents have a child with special needs, they will show growth in their sensitivity and compassion for them. During 2014, there was a growing sense of unease in the United States after multiple cases of young black citizens being killed by the police. This shows us how easy it is to exhibit one-sided empathy and a narrow-mindedness that can make a conflict worse. Empathy must be an empathy for both sides in order to find a solution that benefits everyone. Empathy is a neurological response that lets us share people's pain and disgust. Research by Italian neurophysiologist Giacomo Rizzolatti found that when primates observed scientists using different objects, the same neural responses occurred in the primates as in the scientists manipulating the objects. This is caused by mirror neurons, and scientists think these neurons developed in our ancestors so that we could quickly learn skills from others. In 2007, Slate published a video of people reacting to the disgusting viral video Two Girls, One Cup, which featured fecal matter being eaten. Morality, logic, and spirituality can all lead to better decisions than empathy, but it is important to understand that there are other important reasons for being kind to others. The Chinese proverb, "If you were walking by a river and saw a child drowning, what would prompt you to rescue her?" is often used to explain why people come to the rescue. However, logic can also supersede empathy in our decisions to do something good for the world. Zel Kravinsky has given away $45 million to various charities and donated one of his kidneys to a stranger, despite the fact that the odds that he would die from the transplant procedure were 1 in 4,000. For others, doing good is the result of spiritual faith or a religious upbringing. Leslie Jameson describes her experience with Jason Baldwin, a man who spent years in prison for a crime he didn't commit, and he explained that it was the Christian thing to do and not an act of empathy. Annie Dillard pointed out that people tend to be most empathetic toward their neighbors and people who are like themselves, which is why the shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary School affected so many people. Empathy can be dangerous, as it can lead to decisions that harm the vast majority. Studies have shown that our sense of empathy can be influenced by our beliefs and perceptions, as well as our decision-making. For example, Gene Dissetti's Blame Game study found that the majority of viewers felt less empathy for those who were suffering due to their past drug use. Additionally, research has shown that our empathy can depend on whether a person is considered one of us or one of them. For example, Grit Hines' study found that a group of male soccer fans who were fans of the same team and some of rival teams felt more empathy for the same team than they did for the rival team. Psychologists Lasana Harris and Susan Fisk found that people tend to dehumanize certain types of people while refusing to understand or sympathize with them. This can lead to short-term results, such as when a child wants a toy so badly that they're in tears, or when Western organizations attempt to end starvation, poverty, and disease. Orphanages in Cambodia prey on the empathy of foreign donors, and the Make-A-Wish Foundation spent thousands of dollars to make a wish come true for a 5-year-old leukemia patient. This is just one example of how our empathy is more concerned with the present and unconcerned with any future results of our actions. Daniel Batson asked participants in a study whether or not a patient with a fatal disease should be moved to the front of the line in an emergency room. When asked if they would change their minds if the fatally ill patient were a 10-year-old girl in tremendous pain, the participants' empathy took over and they made the irrational decision to put her ahead of others. Empathy can be a good thing, but it can also lead to irrational decisions that can hurt more people than they help. Actionable advice: make donations worthwhile or find another way of helping. Even a small donation to a favorite charity can provide the giver with a warm glow of self-satisfaction, but when the donation comes in the form of a $5 check, it can end up doing more harm than good.
We hope you found this summary helpful in your listening journey. If you're interested in diving deeper into the topic or getting your hands on the whole book, be sure to check the description below where we've included links to the book and other related products that may be useful to you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay updated on our latest book summaries, and feel free to leave a comment with any suggestions or requests for books you'd like us to cover. Thanks again for tuning in, and happy listening.